So a lot of people ask me, Harley, I've got a 20 kilo backpack on my back and it's amazing. People ask me, Harley, the fruit's got simple sugars, and the wankers at Weight Weenies and Weight Watchers, weight losers say that for these simple sugars, I don't get obese. I'll tell you what, in 2002, I learned about how fruit's like the best food for humans, the best source of carbohydrates, you know, most nutrient dense per calorie, easiest to digest, most sustainable, most tasty, you know, most environmental, etc, etc, etc. So I thought, okay, I'm going to eat more fruit. And I started off in 2002 by eating 20 kilos of bananas a week. Which back then I was just like, 20 kilos of bananas? Oh man, that's so much. And everyone was laughing at me. And 20 kilos of bananas is only about 10,000 calories. So divide by 7, that's about 1,400 calories a day. And I'm eating now anywhere between 10,000 calories a day from fruit, up to, not every day. Every day is 3,500, 4,500 a day. And so you think after 8 years of eating, overeating they say, insane amounts of fruit, I'd be obese, shouldn't I? And I don't train that much, you know, I train about 80 minutes a day. Well, most people in cycling train way more than that. 80 minutes a day, you're just cruising around, doing around 50% of max heart rate, a race, most weekends, you know. But I've had a few years off racing. And look how fat I've become. I mean, look at my cheeks. You know, they're bulging out with excess fat. Look at my arm. Look at that fat on that tricep, shaking it. Look at that fat dripping off there, you know what I mean? That's crazy. Flat stomach, I don't know if you can see it. You know what I mean? It's sort of like, people say fruit makes you fat, and it's like, I understand that. It's just a myth that's been put out there, because if you eat fruit, you're not going to need all the weight loss bullshit out there. You're going to need all the antidepressants and stimulants to wake up, and all the antacids and all the superfood hype that all these superfood dudes sell. Colostrum and ayahuasca drugs and LSD and things like that, because life becomes a trip when you're healthy. So I'm saying, okay, Harley, I've tried your advice and I put on a few pounds. And I'm like, good. Your body probably needs to put on a few pounds, because the years of starvation you've put it under. You know, training too much, trying to live too much on late nights and too much coffee, eating, under eating. That's how your body's going, alright, we're going to store a bit extra fluid, we might store a bit extra fat, get our hormones back in shape. So you put on a few pounds. And a lot of people freak out and go, oh, I've been doing this for 2 months and I've abused my body for the last 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. And I've been eating healthy for 2 months. And I want it all reversed in 2 months. It's not working, Harley. I'm like, 2 months, man, are you serious? It took me 5 years of consistent training to be half decent in cycling. And that's what happens to the average person, at least 3 to 5 years of hard work, commitment, persistence, resistance to self-doubt, taking advice and people getting the results you desire. It takes effort. So 2 months is great, it's a great start. I'm not putting that down. 2 years is a great start. But once you've been doing it for 5, 10 years, so they say, the results start to show. They start to compound. Just like investing on the stock market. You know what I mean? If you've been investing for a long time, you get results. I talk to my bodybuilder friends, and all of them have been training for over a decade. You know what I mean? And they say, Harley, we get people in the gym want to buy drugs off us to look like us. And they forget that we've been training for a decade. And like, yeah, the same with my industry, you know, people want results in 2 months. And you can get some impressive results in 2 months, but it all depends how much you used to abuse yourself. So if you've gone from an 8-pack, from overtraining, undersleeping, under-eating, under-drinking, to just a flat stomach, and you're freaking out, get a life. You know what I mean? Shift your priorities, seriously though. I don't mean to poke fun, but if your whole life is about your body fat percentages, you're in the wrong lifestyle. You might as well become a heroin addict. You know, it's sort of a supermodel or something like that. But even them, not even them today, all ripped all year long. So also understand the body's going to do its thing, and all we can do is give it love, get it nurturing, give it heaps of carbohydrates, 10 grams of carbs per kilo per day, lots of water, start a day with a litre of water, as much sleep as you can. The body will do its thing. So if your body changes in a couple of months, don't freak out. You know what I mean? This is not the short road, man, this is the long road. This is the road for the rest of your life. If you want a quick fix, just take drugs or go and join the desperate other people doing that, you know? But if you're into hardcore results with hardcore effort, smart effort, not stupid hardcore, smart hardcore, then this is the right life for you, you know? Because once you hit 50, 60, 70, 80, that's when a lot of stuff matters, you know? Plus now, it's good to feel good now. Does that make sense? So if you think you're getting fat from fruit, stand back, have a look at the bigger picture, maybe get a life, maybe put more focus on your family, put more focus on your community, put more focus on living your life purpose, or if you don't know what it is, finding your life purpose and living that. Yes, and thinking you can't do this because you're not 3% body fat, that's very limited thinking, and that's just crazy. That's just like saying, I'll be happy when my kids are perfect, when everyone treats me nice, when I'm the best mother or father, and everyone loves me and not a single person disagrees with me, then I'll be happy. I'll tell you what, never gonna happen. Be happy now. Doesn't matter what body fat percentage you eat, doesn't matter what you eat, just be happy now. And let your happiness make you want to make happier choices, better choices. Alright, enough of me ranting. So does that make sense? Be patient, man. Like these cherries behind me, this farmer's just converted to organic, right? Just this year. And he's going to have some really, really low seasons, the other farmers tell him. And that's expected, you know what I mean? These trees are used to heaps of chemicals and stuff like that. So what, he's going to give up in the first year and go, oh my god, this hasn't happened? No. It's going to take him at least a few years for his plants, his trees to get healthy again and start producing really good quality, tasty fruit. In the meantime, he's going to have to deal with some lows. So use this as an analogy, you know, pretend you're a fruit farmer. If you go organic, man, if you go healthy, if you go fruit, you might have some ups and downs at the start. But slowly, the ups and downs become more ups, you know what I mean? So be patient and just learn about basic human physiology. Learn that you can't be ripped all year round. Learn that there's a 10-15% up and down. And if you've really thrashed yourself in your past lifestyle habits, you're going to have to pay, man. You're going to be paying now. And it's not going to be the fruits problem. It's not going to be bananas or dates or whatever. You know, you're going to be paying for your past lifestyle abuses. And hey, a few pounds, man, who cares? You know, you've got a body, you're alive. You can choose to eat healthy. That's the most important thing. Yeah, the mirror doesn't mean shit, man. The mirror does not mean shit. You know, a few seconds or a few minutes running or cycling or a few kilos lifting, or it doesn't mean anything in the bigger picture, man. What matters is your happiness. You know, how good a person you are to your family, yourself, those around you. That's what really matters. You know, so put the focus on that, and all of a sudden your body will take care of itself, and you'll be fit and healthy, lean and strong. That's what it's about. Fit, healthy, lean, strong, happy, sane. Get it? Do it. So does that make sense? Makes sense. What we find, what I've seen all the time, is athletes that have a break actually come back stronger, smarter, and have more fun than ever before, versus athletes that keep pushing and pushing until they just snap, and most of them just go, oh, what's the point? I'll just sit around and get fat, and who cares about anything? You know, just tried so hard, didn't work. It's like trying to drive your car at 200 kilometers an hour with no hands and just try to meditate around the city. And when you have a crash, you go, oh, I tried real hard and I was all spiritual and disciplined, didn't work. None of this really matters. Yeah, it's about being smart, not about being silly. So have the breaks, take as much time as you need off, set new goals, realistic goals, and work towards them eventually. And understand that you can't push your body harder than it wants to be pushed. You can't take drugs and expect to perform better long term. You'll perform better short term, but what drugs give you, they will take away from you in the long term. Just look at the top athletes that, you know, abuse themselves, and look at what they're happening to now. You look at football players, some of the cyclists who are dead, swimmers, runners, soccer players, abuse their bodies, did the drugs, starved themselves, thrashed themselves, live for the moment, which is good. I mean, live for the moment, but sensibly for the moment, you know what I mean? With a bit of sanity. And being carved up helps you decide what's sane and what's insane.
So does that make sense? Nourish yourself above all, be good to yourself, have more fun that way, and you will often set personal bests like you've never fought. Not just personal bests in sport, but personal bests in life, personal bests in relationships, personal bests in fun, drug-free fun, and I can assure you that is how it works.